Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. It's a pleasure to address you all today. Thank you very much for taking out the time from your busy schedules. Higher education is a cause which we all believe in. It is not something which is personal, but it is something which has a big, far-reaching impact. And I'm glad to see a lot of people have showed up at the launch of Pakistan's first Masters in Higher Education Leadership and Management. Just last night, I was asked to deliver this keynote. I've been in higher ed for the past 13 years now. And I started off as associate working with late Dr. Hasan Murad, looked at participant feedback. I then looked at program design. Then I focused on academic quality assurance and accreditations. And then since 2018, I have had a more general management role. So I now look at overall governance and strategy, mission, vision. So think of me, don't think of me as someone who is, let's say, a true hardcore academic, because I like to categorize myself as a rebel. And those who have interacted with me, may agree with this. So think of me as an outsider, and whatever I have, whatever thoughts I tried to gather the last night, take them with a pinch of salt. And you may agree with everything, and you may not agree with everything. So we'll talk a bit about the program, about the concept of leadership, management, and then what universities are supposed to do. So I'll start. This slide shows that this program is uniquely positioned. So I had this discussion with our dean of the School of Social Sciences. I had this discussion with the dean of our School of Management, and we realized that there was no program in Pakistan that built capacity in professionals who were working in higher ed. So there were programs focusing on education, there were programs focusing on management, but there was no bespoke program focusing on building capacity in higher ed professionals. And then we looked at the world. We saw that there's a program at Oxford. We looked at UPenn. They have an MS in higher ed. And then there was another, we tried to benchmark them, but then there was another dilemma, where to place this program. Usually the School of Social Sciences and Humanities, they have a Department of Education, and then you have the management school, and they focus on management, finance, HR and OB. So we had to take this decision. And then after a lot of discussion, we thought that the management school was the best place to place it, because higher ed at a higher level is also about, it's more about management. Like if you're on the admin side, even if, like say, you start as an academic, but then as you progress in your career, you're supposed to lead others. You're supposed to, be on positions that require a lot of administrative work, as a dean, as a head of the department, as a program director, maybe as a registrar, as a controller, someone who's heading student affairs, someone maybe who's heading alumni affairs, maybe you're a part of a committee. So this program is in a way uniquely positioned at the School of Management. We need to improve on this. Why does a Chinese work 2 times more? Why does a Japanese work 3 times more? What different divine gift do they have? Why can they work 50, 60 hours, right? And then spoke about this, you need to lift each other up. Everyone has weaknesses, and you need to get people, you need to transfer that energy, transfer that charisma. So they join the mission, they do whatever you wish for them to do. You have a greater goal, a greater purpose. And I am now reminded of this other quote about faculty and academics, and my apologies. So, it's good to have some jokes also. So, this person said that being in a university is like being in charge of a cemetery. There are a lot of people under you, but they're not moving. You have to transfer that energy, transfer that charisma, transfer that mission. You have to have shared goals, shared objectives. And then we have to seek excellence in our work. Have a deep obsession with student and learner success. And we've heard of these stories that school teachers in villagers, they show up at the student's home if they're not there in the morning. So that was the sort of commitment. And there was this other teacher, faculty who came, and he told us that he could recognize the student from the ink they used. And then lastly, we all need to focus on ultimate success. Creating impact is also very important, solving national issues, global issues, industry issues. Pakistan, we're at the bottom in terms of higher ed participation. Only 10% go to universities in Pakistan. So you have a huge responsibility. You have a great responsibility. In a country of 250 million, only 10% go to universities. And these are the students that will go on to lead the country, to lead the world. So we already have very little amount of youth participating in higher ed. And then, so if you look at South Korea, 100% go to universities. The global average is about 38%. India is at 30%. Bangladesh is at 20%. We are at 10%. So the responsibility, it amplifies, it magnifies. And the impact you will have, that will also, be greater in this situation. So lastly, I would like to end with a quote from Dr. Hasan. He said, "Leadership in the academic world, in society, and in faith all converge towards the same goal: to serve, to elevate, to transform. May you walk this path with humility and purpose." Thank you very much.